there folks, it's Kikoskia here and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. And when last we left off, we finally made it to Defiance Bay, and it is a melting pot of discontent. Refugees have flooded in from the surrounding areas, hearing rumours that this place has not been hit by Wayburn's legacy. But it has been. There's nothing here for them but misery, and this has spilled over into anger, both of those in charge and the animancers, that people believe are the cause of Wayburn's legacy. We've popped into this tavern, the Goose and Fox, and got a quest to return a ring to someone. A woman has decided that she's had enough of her partner and just wants to end things as amicably as possible and forget about everything. But before we go upstairs in this tavern and then return that ring,
I'm here.
You want to talk with us.
The dozens. Pretty sure you won't find one among them who stood within 100 miles of that bridge when the Godhammer went off. Too bad, too. Then there'd be less of them.
Why do they call themselves the Dozens? Was 12 dear Woodens stood outside Halgot Citadel waiting for Waydwin to cross the bridge there. They had to hold them there long enough for the Godhammer to detonate. That's what they did. What do you have against the Dozens? Nothing serious. Nothing I don't have against a lot of folks anyway. The Dozens, they like to take things into their own hands. Gets ugly sometimes. We don't have them in Gilded Vale, but they'd be right at home there. They picked that name so they could do what they wanted and feel like it was right. Got nothing to do with honor or sacrifice. They like to invoke Magrin too, when they especially want to feel right. Somehow I don't think she'd be too impressed with that lot. I'm sure she'd like to set them on fire any time they use her name, but the gods probably got rules against that kind of thing. People hide behind symbols so they can't be questioned. The Duke's a reasonable man. Maybe while we're in Defiance Bay we can get him to force people to call themselves what they are. Don't imagine there'd be as many members if they called themselves the loud-mouthed sheep finanglers. The Godhammer? That's what they called the bomb they blew up Waybun with. Don't know much about it other than that. Anything kills a living god, guess you gotta name it. Let's continue on. Good idea.
I'm here.
Now let's head up, see if there's anything up here of particular note, and then we'll go return this ring. Why do I get the feeling that this quest is going to have various levels of what's actually going on here? Ooh!
Certainly.
You have names. Interesting. Scattered among such titles as Flora of the Living Lands, Unity and Disunity, A History of the Deadfire Archipelago, and Treaties on the Kulklin People are half a dozen travel journals held together with twine. Looks like an adventuring party.
I'm here.
Let's have a look. Dedan is busy finding a spur off of a small round bullet. A burly Ormana raises a glass in greeting. Hello. Ilfa nods at you, a pint in one hand and a mace slung over her shoulder. The old woman nods at you, a cup of wine in hand and a sceptre across her lap.
Greetings!
An Orlan man relaxes with his feet propped up on the table. Patches of dark brown skin peek out from under a full mane of blue-green hair. He and the Orlan woman with him exchange laughs and comments with the trio at a nearby table, and he spins a dagger in his hand. His hazel eyes watch you. You look like you've seen a night or two in the wilds. Joining us for a drink? Who are all of you? The name's Two-Tone Weaksel. The lady next to me is Key. We've had our fun with the expeditions, but we're hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet. For the next few weeks, anyway. A man at the next table nods at you. I'm Deadshot Dedan. This is Hurdy and Ilfa. We were part of separate expedition teams, but we both suffered losses and decided to band together. He ticks several items off his fingers. Beasts, barbarians, bioics. It's a dangerous time to be an adventurer, but a prosperous one too. At the next table, Dedan raises his glass. And here's to many more prosperous journeys. Is there something else you wanted? No, we're fine.
At once.
Interesting little bit of world building there. What else do we have? Oh, there's quite a few things here. So, there's a thing here. We can unlock it.
Here.
We can't do much else.
There you go.
Oh, we can unlock it and just take stuff? Okay, here apparently we can just take things. In here we have... That has a red thing on it. Is that going to anger you if I open this?
Hope that helps.
No, no, it won't. But this stuff is classed as stealing. Okay, what else do we have here? We have... we can just take what's here. The most unfortunate tale of Favia and Bernat of Valian tragedy. We'll take that for later reading. The pages of these old books are crisp and fragrant with the salt of a sea breeze.
Quietly now.
There could be other things in here, and I just haven't been looking for them. And in here we have a group of people. Oh,
It's no trouble.
we'll unlock this,
There you go.
get a bit of XP, and just carry on our merry way. Also, I'll just have a quick look here to see if there isn't anything else we can take. No, it doesn't look like there's anything else. Worth checking, though. Worth checking. We're getting pretty close to the next level.
I'm here.
Definitely want to put some more points into mechanics. Okay, let's turn off fast mode, as we are now going to head out of here and do that quest. I imagine things are going to get much more complicated, a lot worse before they get better. If they actually get better. So, on the map should be marked the place we need to go to. It's just to the north. We have... Yep, there's the house. We'll save, and we will make our way over there. And do some investigating. Because I imagine they'll
Have you
need
ever
to...
chased a skirt wizard? Or do you merely hide behind them?
Don't pawn your personal problems off on me.
They will use you, cast you off when it suits them, never speak another word to you.
Maybe they just don't answer to fiery whore.
Ooh, a little bit of argumentative banter. Maybe we could go down for a quick look and come right back out. Say we found nothing. What's this we? Delton's your friend, not mine. Can't do anything. I can talk to you and see what you're talking about. We need more reasonable people in Defiance Bay. Heritage Hill claims another curious soul. We remind all visitors to Defiance Bay that the hill is sealed for the city's protection. And furthermore, that the trade of Engwithan artifacts is strictly forbidden. A crier, okay. We have you. We'll talk to you in a little bit. For now, we're heading in here. We're heading in here. I'm going to hand over. Okay, we have here mercenary, addict. Oh. Addict. Oh. Oh, there's a lot of... Oh. And there's Purnisc. First things first,
It's no trouble.
unlock this.
There you go.
And don't take anything. Let's talk to Purnisc.
Hail, traveler.
The man before you flashes you a toothy and rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Purnisc, and this, he gestured to the room around you, is my humble abode and place of business. And I do hope you're in here to do some business. He glances at a nearby guard. Seems like a lot of guards for one man. He must be popular. Purnisc raises a brow. Sure, right, very perceptive. This business attracts some less pleasant types. Sometimes the clientele gets a little pushy, and every so often someone even turns out to be snooping into things they shouldn't, and lessons have to be taught. His face shivers with a quick, unreadable emotion. I'm sure you're too smart to get wrapped up in all that, of course. I keep it simple. If you have the coin, I have the sveff. You're free to make use of the premises, so long as you don't do anything stupid, and you don't get to tangle in with the other customers. Now, what can I get you? Kerner asked me to give you this. Purnisc takes the ring and turns it round his fingers. Nice. What's it for? I'm going to say nothing. Purnisc shrugs. Well, whatever this is about, it's a fine ring. Looks like it should sell for a pretty pound. Thanks, friend. Now is that all? I'll be going now. We are not going to let on that something is wrong, because something is wrong here. There are stairs up.
I'm here.
I want to head up. Can I do that? The guard holds up a hand as you approach. You could turn right back around. The lower floor's all yours, but nobody goes upstairs. Why not? He scowls, because you'll be breathing through new holes in your neck if you head up there, that's why. Just mind your own business. Once you're on the Svef, you're not going to much care where you are anyway. Any chance you could look the other way? The guard narrows his eyes and takes the money. I do like the view over this way. He turns around.
Yes?
Let's go. 100 copper to figure out the truth. Let's see what's happening here.
I'd be glad to.
Oh! Oh!
Hey.
Combat's what's happening. Right, okay.
Yes?
Back up, fire a shot.
Hey.
Move forward. Go here, go here, go here, go here. Go here. Right. Okay, these are not very tough foes, but that doesn't mean to say we should take them for granted. I need you to do this. Actually, no, don't do that. Do this.
Yes?
Fire this off.
Following your
Do that.
Yes?
And this here. Oh yeah, these are not especially strong foes, but
I'm here.
they can still cause some trouble.
Hey.
Okay, I need you to do nothing for now. You need to do this here.
How may I help? I shall...
And you need to
Following
shoot.
your
There we go.
Hey.
Yeah, something weird is going on here if the first thing that happens once we get on the second floor is combat. Ooh, some nice stuff. And a key. A small bronze key that was found in Purnisc's house. Take all that.
You're quite friendly.
What
aren't
else
you?
do we have here? Things to loot. A blacksmith knights, a short history of stuff. We'll take all that. Potion of iron skin sounds good. We have a scroll of paralysis, elementary glanfathan, and some more money. Won't say no to that. And here we have some nice things. It appears as though someone rummaged through this uneven row of books in a hurry. These jars are chipped and cracked, as if knocked to the ground and set back in place. I suspect that the Purnisc we spoke to downstairs is not in fact Purnisc.
I'm here.
There was not even a
course.
glimmer of recognition.
Hey.
What's in
Yes.
here? The answer is no one that I can
I'm here.
see. Oh. Purnisc, I presume?
I'm here.
Yes. A man lies bound and bloodied on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises, and blood is spattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. Gods, please, please no more. I can't take any more. I'm not here to hurt you. The man pauses, gazing up at you. You're not? Oh, praise Berath. You're not one of his men, are you? He glances nervously behind you. He shakes his head. Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Purnisc. This is my house. You have to help me. Then who is that downstairs? An impostor. Some wizard named Nyrid. He came to my house, tied me up in here, tortured me. And now he and his men are eating my food. breaking my things, selling Svef, inside my own house. He blinks. He just turned up all of a sudden? Purnisc looks away, unable to meet your gaze. You figured me out even faster than my supplier. I may have hung on to a tiny portion of his share, but I needed the money. What exactly happened? He sent over the wizard, Nyrid, the man downstairs. Purnisc shudders. To make up the lost copper, I guess, and to hurt me while he was at it. I feel like it's been days. What do you need me to do? I can't go out there. Not while he's downstairs. I've been tied up for God knows how long. Please, you have to kill him. I'll do it. Purnisc lets out a sigh of relief. Oh, thank you. I'd help if I could, but in my state I'd probably just slow you down. Please be careful.
I'm here.
Right. The truth is out. If that mercenary we gave 100 copper to has any smarts, they'll have left.
I'm here.
Because I bet there's going to be a lot of hostile people down here. Oh, you're not hostile
Absolutely.
yet. Okay. You're about to become hostile, though. There's a lot of mercenaries. Don't mind me.
Hey.
We're just going to set up. If I was Nyrid here,
What?
I'd be very,
I'm here.
very worried.
Following your lead.
Aye?
I'd be very worried. You go here, you go here.
What?
I need you here. And you here. Hello. You're back. Anything I can do for you? I found the man you tied up upstairs. The one also claiming to be Purnisc. The toothy smile falters. That's so. He shakes his head. Shame you had to go digging around, friend. Because now, I can't exactly let you leave, can I? Was getting tired of pretending to be that sad sack anyhow. His mouth curves into a snarl. Guards! It's your funeral. It's definitely your funeral. Right! Let's deal with the
Yes?
wizard first, shall we?
I'm here.
I heard you don't like
What?
gun.
Aye?
Actually, we could do with having you on side. Go there. Aha! Nyrid is already near death, I might add. Already near death. One
Yes?
bullet was all it took. Yeah, we're a little over-leveled for this area, but should be... Yep. Oh, you healed! Well, we can't let that happen. Okay. Biscuit's still fine. You're badly
I'm
hurt.
here.
How may I help?
We're going to do this here to get a lot of you. Stop! Nyrid staggers back, holding a bloody hand in front of him. I give up! Just leave and I'll go peacefully, alright? You can go peacefully into my dungeon. He flinches, regret already building behind his eyes. If that's my only choice. So he disappears into the dungeon. The rest of the mercenaries here
I'm
don't get the same luxury.
How may I
They're
help?
going to be blasted.
Following
Now
your
we
lead.
have a prisoner. Okay, you just start shooting. And we can have you knock down this person.
What?
You know what we could do
How may I
here?
help?
Oh, 3 times per rest. We don't want to do that. Okay, you just start doing this.
Yes.
You shoot here in a moment, once you've loaded up.
Hey.
There's a lot of people here, just crowding around Biscuit.
How may I help?
This might be a mistake
Yes?
on your part. Why? Because we have some friends, you called! That we did! The Skellingtons are here!
I'm here.
And they bid you welcome to your doom! And just like that, you're all gone. Okay,
Hey.
we have loot. We have a lot of loot. All of it goes there.
What?
All of it. Okay, I'm going to
I'm
presume
here.
there's even more combat in my future. If I go over here... Yep. Yep, you decided to fight us, and that was a big mistake. Now here's a question.
What?
Can I get my money back from you if I defeat you? That's a question.
What?
Let's find out.
Following your
I'll
lead.
have a meet with you. You're not going to last for very long. Yeah, you're not going to last for very long. Now,
Hey,
can we get our 100 copper back? No! He somehow managed to spend that 100 copper immediately. Well, that's fine. I think it's time to start looting. Yes, this counts as stealing.
I'd be glad.
I don't think anyone here is going to care. That. Someone has peeled the labels from these bottles. They're stuffed with a dark, gunky pulp that gives off a pungent odor. This book of Valian love sonnets has a dedication on the first page to my beloved Kenra. This is how you'd know that something is wrong. Anyone here that we need to fight? No. No, you're all completely out of it. So, let's pop back up now and report on our success. I believe we should have the ring back now. And then we'll talk to Kenra. I don't think Kenra's going to like to hear that this was what was going on, but
Yes?
it is the truth. Is it done? Is he dead? He's already taken care of. Purnisc stares at you. I can't believe this nightmare's finally over. He grins weakly, then seems to remember something. You've no idea what you've done for me, but... He looks up at you and away again. I need to find my love, Kenra. Only, after whatever Nyrid put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you. Please. She must be somewhere in Copper Lane. It's the only home she's known. And please, don't tell her about the Svef. About what I do. I could make it worth your while. A discount, maybe? Kenra sent me here in the first place. She did? Purnisc smiles brightly. That woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please, bring her home and tell her that everything's back to normal. I'll go talk to her. I can't thank you enough, truly. How I've missed my poor Kenra.
I'm here.
We are going to tell her that you're okay. We're going to tell her everything. If there's one trait that shines through with us, it's that we are honest. Trustworthy and honest. And all of the people here have disappeared. They got the memo, apparently, and left. And I don't think anybody cares about what we've done. Nope! They heard all the conflict and went, nah. A call for interested patrons! Uh-huh. The Admeth's Gen Expedition Hall pledges competent, proven men and women towards the profitable venture of your choosing. Interested parties are asked to seek out women within the Expedition Hall. Okay. Good to know. Let's go back here and tell Kenra everything. About the wizard, about what happened to Purnisc, about the Svef, everything. And about how he truly cares for her. That's also part of the truth.
You're
Hello.
quite friendly, aren't you?
Kenra looks up as you approach. What happened to Purnisc? Did you give him the ring? Purnisc was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Purnisc also deals theft. She covers her mouth with her hand, shocked. Purnisc? My Purnisc is a Svef dweller? If I didn't know you for an honest woman. She brings her fist down on the table, sloshing her drink. Damn it! How could I trust him after something like this? That he's lied to me for this long. She runs her hands through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should just be glad I found out about this before the wedding. He still loves you. Do you really want to give up on your future together? Perhaps you're right. If he's willing to give it up, we can work this out. Seems worthwhile to give him a chance, anyway. Oh, and take this. She unclasped something from her neck, plucked it from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. You've gained an item, Unwavering Resolve. 1,632 experience? And total quest experience that. What is the item? +2 intellect plus... Ooh! Young Tolino Keel and his father were ambushed by Vinthrak whilst on their way to Twin Elms. Before the child even registered the strange arachnids, his father thrust something into his hand and told him to run. As he turned to flee, the creatures blasted him with psionic energy. Tolino's mind reeled, nearly overcome by the insidious power. Suddenly, he was pulled back to his immediate surroundings. Half sprinting, half stumbling away from the Vinthrak and his stricken father, Tolino made it to the edge of town before he collapsed. The town guards were baffled at how the child had withstood the attack. The item his father had given him was an old silver medallion. It was badly worn and missing its chain, and the words, "Do not yield to fear," were barely visible upon its surface. As soon as he came of age, Tolino joined the personal guard of a local Thayan. When he did, he strung it on a thin silver chain and commissioned a priest to enchant the medallion with additional protective wards. Tolino went missing years later and was on an expedition in the White Marsh. +1 resolve, +2 intelligence. That is a U item. That is a U item. And we could give this to... I don't know. Give this to you, actually. Give you a little bit more oomph that you can fire out in combat. But the Wreath of Ash is completed.
I'm
Oh!
here.
Let's hear what was going on with that. With the blessing of the Duchess of Palmenia, Sir Spunty IV began an earnest investigation of the vandalism at the military graveyard. After a large amount of digging, some literal, some figurative, Sir Spunty IV was able to track down the solitary culprit, the grandson of a soldier who was executed for cowardice in the Battle of Lagon Pirella. According to the young man, his grandfather was slandered and the execution was not just. The Duchess and Palmenia's Songretta Ducala reviewed the man's evidence and decided to restore his grandfather's dignity by inscribing his name on Lagon Perenna's memorial. However, the young man was still guilty of violating a long list of Palmenian laws and customs. The Duchess exiled him from the island for life. 616 experience money, 1 minor item. Ooh, it's a revival item. Even small quantities of the ashes from Miss Valian Urn have the power to cast Reviving Exhortation on an ally. Nice! That is a fine item. I found Nyrid in Copperlane, a hired thug impersonating a Svef dealer who owed a great debt to his supplier. He was using the identity to sell Svef and thereby recoup the supplier's losses. We could release him. We won't. And when we come back, folks, the quest has been completed and everything hopefully will go back to some form of normality. We are incredibly close to level 8. Incredibly close. Just a little bit more and we'll get there. A little bit more. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.